Hey guys, it's Greg here from Hardest Reset. So what you're about to watch is a brand new episode of the HR Office podcast, and you're going to see that there is a cut after our discussion of Sword and Shield and a little bit of a tone difference before we get into the memes and stuff like that for the end of the podcast. There was a situation in the middle of our discussion of BlizzCon, which there was a way longer discussion of BlizzCon, where someone in the comments came in and started hurling insults. And instead of handling the situation in a calm manner and in a professional manner, I decided to take the low road and hurl a bunch of insults and call this person a fucking cunt for 10 minutes. And it was awkward, it was unprofessional, and it was wrong of me to even do. It doesn't matter how much I disagree and other people in the chat disagreed with what this person was saying. It does not mean that I have the right to yell and degrade a person's opinion for 10 minutes and belittle my thoughts to the point of, just yelling at them, calling them a cunt. And I could sit here and say, well, this is also going on, that was also going on, but at the end of the day, I'm the one hosting a show. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. I need to keep my emotions in check, and I didn't let my emotions stay in check. And that is on me, and I do apologize. And we've removed the whole BlizzCon discussion, aside from the really small, minute bit after the cut from the podcast. And, I've always believed in, being transparent with you guys and definitely being, definitely being honest with you guys, at least to the level of comfortability that we do. And because this was a public thing that happened, I kind of just wanted to, just to let you guys know, that I made a big fuck up. To make it an understatement, I made a really giant fuck up by snapping on this person who was hurling insults in the chat. And that was very wrong of me, and I do deeply apologize for that. There's no reason to do that. But we did remove it from the podcast, but I don't want to pretend it didn't happen, because it did. And there should be some sort of record of it. But I want to say thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. There's a lot of talk of things like Death Stranding. Like I said, the discussion of stuff going on with Pokemon Sword and Shield. We have some great memes. A bunch of it's definitely a cat meme theme this time. Opening memes pretty great. And the rest of it was really good. But I just kind of wanted to be honest with why there's a cut and what actually happened, because I don't want to sit here and pretend like it didn't happen. So anyway, I'm going to shut up so you can hear me talk too much for a couple hours. But thank you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoy a new episode of the HR Office podcast, and we will see you Saturday on twitch.tv/GregSnazzyGamerTwitch for Extra Life. So hope you enjoy. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a delayed but long-awaited episode 32, I want to say, of the HR Office podcast live on twitch.tv/GregSnazzyGamerTwitch. The home of Hardest Reset, where Greg still continues to not update the name of it. As always, I'm Greg, and I'm joined here by Mira. Say hello. And in the bottom corner, we see the ears of our stuffed bear, which she uses for trinket. And she cosplays Lady Vexalia de Rollo, the third Baroness, the Baroness of the Third House of Whitestone and Mistress of the Grey Hunt. I'm trying to remember.
You only memorized Percy's title. You didn't memorize hers.
Percival Frederickstein von Musel Kowalski de Rollo III. It's Lady Vexalia de Rollo, Baroness of the Third House of Whitestone and Mistress of the Grey Hunt. It's the gift of smugness.
It never goes away.
Let's be real, it does not go away. So we've got an interesting podcast today.
Trinket is now replacing May.
Trinket's now replacing May. We're going to get into that in just a moment. We're going to be talking about whatever the fuck Death Stranding is. Speaking of Vox Machina and Critical Role, the big news with Critical Role. We're going to be talking about how shitty the Pokemon fandom is right now, the BlizzCon damage control, the guy that stole the Fallout First domain from Bethesda, which I think you sent to me, and I need to find that article. Probably.
Did you not find it?
No, I could not find that article. What we'll do is, because of all the topics we've got, I know there's going to be a break at some point.
You can probably Google it.
Yeah, during a break, I'll go ahead and Google it and get that going real quick.
I was going to say, I swear I sent that to you.
You probably did at some point, but we message back and forth all the time. But we're going to talk about that fucking legend. An actor from Supernatural was arrested for assault and drunken misconduct. My Chemical Romance and Rage Against the Machine are reuniting in 2020. We have a weird story about a drummer for a metal band trying to smuggle a bunch of drugs. Apparently Homestuck 2 is a thing. We have a bunch of memes we're going to talk about, and a guy got killed at a Popeyes because of the chicken sandwich. That's a whole thing to go through. But before we get to that, and before we get to the opening meme, just some housekeeping of kind of how weird the last couple weeks have been for Hard Disk Reset. A couple Sundays ago, we did episode 9.5 of the Homebrewers. And for those who maybe pay attention to the audio towards the end, you could hear the wind getting really bad. Mm-hmm. The wind was giving our internet issues on Monday, and it persisted into Tuesday. The video was being uploaded, but I needed to finish up some stuff, and I was going to finish up the upload when I got home from work Wednesday. Last Wednesday, we had
and
power
then the power
cut.
went out.
We had our power cut until...
literally almost November 1st.
Almost November 1st,
It was almost midnight.
It was like 11:48.
No, it was 11:55 or something.
Oh, was it 55? Was it that late?
Yeah.
Damn. I know it was cutting it really close.
Because you called them around like 11:40 something.
Yeah.
And then like a few minutes later, hung up. We were trying to figure out like what was going on because the college had power when we came back.
College had power when we came home from Halloween.
Because we decided to go out for Halloween.
Yeah, we went out. We got to hang out with the rest of the HR crew. Keenan,
and then
Brad, Chrissy, and Suya, all of them, and hung out.
I was getting ready to take a shower in the dark, and then the power came on.
Power came on. That was nice. And then this week
we dealt with power outages for a few days.
Yeah, it prevented us from being able to record a video, so we basically...
it almost cost you a job, too.
It almost cost me a job, yeah. Yeah, shit's been weird because for those... I don't go too much into, like, my work life and stuff like that, because we all work, we all have day jobs, and we do this as kind of to unplug from all of that bullshit and whatnot, right?
But we're temp workers.
I would say you and I are temp workers. May is a full-time employee, absolutely. Mira's having to stand up and down, by the way, because her back is fucking wrecked.
I'll go to a doctor eventually.
Yeah, eventually. One day. We'll get you some insurance and get you a doctor. Regardless,
It's the sucky part about being part-time.
Yeah, it's the part-time fallacy. The work you just... Although, your work isn't shitty about it because you're not like working a retail job where 30 hours is... when you would be considered full-time, so they'll work you 29 hours. No, this was strictly, like, what you're working is a part-time job.
And even then, I'm almost at 40 hours anyways.
That's very true. But, my contract was coming to an end, and my rep at the temp agency I go through was trying to get me set up for a new job, which, spoiler alert, got set up, and I'm starting the new contract tomorrow. Or if you're watching this, today was my first day, so happy.
At the time of recording, it's tomorrow.
At the time of the recording, it is tomorrow. While we have the power outages, they needed an updated resume, and we had no power and no internet, so I had to drive all the way to a Starbucks that had power.
And your resume was on the computer.
And my resume was on the computer, so I typed up the updated information and all of that crazy shit. That whole thing happened. I had that kind of initial stress and whatnot. But it's like this week, May's not here because she's super sick. She thought she had strep throat at some point. Went to the doctor. It's a viral infection, but she's knocked on her ass still. She's better, but it's
She wants to make sure.
She wants to make sure, especially with Extra Life coming. It's definitely going to be a big deal. And then not going into details, but the reason why we didn't upload a video this week is you're going through some stuff right now that are personal issues. For people who don't know, you're from Missouri. All of your family's back home, and there is a family situation going on right now that has had you really kind of having to take care of some stuff. And being a supportive boyfriend, I decided to put making sure you're okay and hanging in there and helping out as best as I can instead of trying to push out a video. So we didn't have a video this week.
And spoiler alert, it's not going to get any better. Yeah. It's not one of those things of like, we'll pray for you or whatever. It's not going to get better. It's
a thing of just trying to process the information that's being gleaned, that's come from what's going on. And so kind of that, and then me being trying to be okay boyfriend and take care of you. We didn't have. But the thing is that we technically had the time, but we weren't in the headspace for it. You know, it was, and I've stopped caring about if we get a video out or not. I mean, my goal is to try to get a video out every Saturday that we can.
But if you can't, it's not that
when shit like this, I used to make it a big deal that there would be a video of, sorry, there's no video. And I kind of stopped doing that, but it was mainly because, you know, like, for example, this is a personal thing that doesn't need to be aired out unless you yourself want to talk about it. But it's just a very serious situation for what's going on for you.
The only thing I will say is that there's a person in my family, they're on hospice care.
Yeah.
It's not gonna get better.
There's a coping going on right now of, you know...
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah. And basically, we've kind of, you know, when that specifically is going on, you know, you're obviously not going to be in the headspace. I can't pull May because she's in the middle of doing antibiotics and taking medicine because she's super fucking sick. So she's definitely not in the headspace. And then I, you know, trying to make sure everyone's okay. I'm in the process of, you know, transitioning jobs, making sure all that's okay. Like, all of our priorities were elsewhere. Mine. I don't want to make it sound like, you know...
You had a good day. We had a
The thing is that, like, I had good news because I found out on, like, Tuesday or Wednesday that, you know, new job. You know, fuck yeah, new job. You know, I'm going to be able to transition from one contract to another contract without a gap in employment and stuff like that. And it's a reason to celebrate. And then you got your news and May got sent home early that same day. And it's like, oh, man.
Which, I mean, like, I didn't have my news until after you had yours. So at that point, I was
so we were initially excited that, like, you know.
It started off as a good day, and then I got my news, and then I was just like, well.
Yeah, and now you're kind of just having to cope and just wait for the news for the news to finally hit. I want to give a shout out to, oh man, I'm not going to be able to pronounce his name, but I'm just saying Lean, because that's the beginning of it, who just said, hello, dear. I'm saying, hello, my friend, who welcome to the HR Office podcast. But yeah, it's like before we get in, I just kind of wanted to address the personal stuff. There are some topics here we're not going to be able to talk about because May's not here, but we'll talk about it during the Extra Life podcast next week. And we'll have updates and stuff about Extra Life. We'll talk about Extra Life at the end. We got a loose schedule and kind of what we're going to do and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, that's why last Saturday's video was the one shot, because we were dealing with power outages and internet outages, and it didn't fucking matter because there was still a fire close to where we were at. You know, it didn't affect us at all. We didn't have to evacuate or anything, but there was a fire.
By the way, they're saying there might be a shutdown like overnight on the 12th or 13th.
12th or 13th? Oh man.
But it'd be like
12th
overnight.
Or 13th, yeah.
So it's not like we would be waking up in the dark and wondering when it's coming back on.
That is, yeah, like what happened a couple
They're
weeks
like
ago.
scheduling an overnight like outage.
Yeah, and then shout out to Lean, who says that they're Brazilian, and we are. Well, we're all in Southern California. Me and May, who's not here, or May and I, who May is our third person who does the podcast with us. She's not here tonight because she's sick. We're both born and raised from Southern California. You're from Missouri, moved out to Southern California last year. But yeah, it's one of those things where, yeah, it's been, you know, with the power outages and stuff, the episode 9.5 of Homebrew was supposed to come out on Monday, and we were supposed to have a video on Saturday. That ended up being the Saturday video. And then kind of our personal situations, you know, or more specifically yours and May's personal situations this last week, you know, we didn't put out a video. And there's going to be no video next week because we're going to be doing Extra Life. So there is definitely going to be that. But
There'll be plenty of that after the fact.
There will be, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. It's kind of, if Extra Life wasn't already gonna be emotional, because part of the reason we didn't have a Homebrewers episode in October was, I mean, there was the schedule thing with Suya, you know, trying to get time off of work. You know, they still work retail jobs. But with Chrissy and Brad, they had some personal things that they had to attend to. So even if there was going to be a session, it most likely would have been canceled. Anyway, and so if Extra Life next week wasn't already going to be... Sorry, excuse me, that's really disgusting me. If Extra Life wasn't already going to be emotional enough on that end, we now have like the stuff you're going through that's just going to make it even more emotional. But yeah, it's gonna be. But that being said, I think we've literally we're literally at 12 minutes on the recording. But just addressing that, kind of getting that out of the way. We got to see each other for Halloween, which was fun. May and I got to go to a unofficial Final Fantasy 14 event, which was cool.
Which you guys will probably talk more about.
We're going to talk more about that during the Extra Life podcast next week. Also, shout out to Lean, who says, I love America and my dream is to travel to the U.S. or from the U.S. And it's like, dude, there's I would say,
there's some nice places here.
Even with the weird political climate right now, there's still a lot of cool things to see and travel to and experience in America.
I mean, granted, even like people that are born here, it's just like we always have that advice of just be careful where you go. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Because I mean, no matter what state you go to, there's
always something in each state. Yeah. Yeah. Very true. But with the important stuff out of the way, we're 13 minutes into this podcast, but let's just get on to the opening meme. Good old Adult Swim.
But it's kind of your fault.
It's good. That's really loud. That is really fucking loud.
Yeah.
But good old Adult Swim. Just letting you know how it really is.
Lower the volume on the TV, dude.
I did lower the volume on the TV. That's the crazy thing, but it's kind of your fault. Just something simple.
It's kind of your fault.
Just a simple thing to look at. That
Go over 13 minutes on the opening. It's kind of your fault.
It's kind of your fault. Yeah, basically.
Just saying.
I'm gonna save that one for last. But we got a couple Halloween things, which are pretty great. No. I'm gonna open with this one. So I've shown this to you before.
What is this?
This is an artist.
Oh no!
What the hell's going on? I don't know what's going on.
Oh, another video started playing.
There's another.
What the fuck?
I hate Facebook.
Facebook, you're drunk.
Facebook, I hate so fucking much.
Let's try this again.
What I'm saying is, there is one of the best ads I have seen. This is for the band Anamanaguchi. This was a sponsored post sent to me. And this is easily one of the best sponsored posts I've ever seen.
We're on Anamanaguchi. We want to tell you about the USA Expo. USA. How about those deets?
Deets, please.
Hello?
Yeah, it's the deets.
Come if you're in the mood. If not, it's totally chill. If you're in the mood, come to the daytime thing. Bring your friend. Are you a nighttime person? Stay home. Wait till the nighttime.
I love how they use the Wii music.
I was wondering why that sounded familiar.
I love how they use the Wii music for that, but that was a sponsored post. Okay, so, babe, you don't even...
I can't fucking read the rainbow text.
It says more cities.
Is that a
hold
question
on.
mark,
Hold
exclamation?
on. It says more cities, question mark, exclamation point, colon, O face.
God damn it.
Yeah, colon, O face.
Food,
I love
fun,
it.
Games, music.
I love it so much.
Jesus Christ. I gotta stand up again.
It's all good. So, isn't that one of the best sponsored posts you could ever get? It's such a meme.
USA Expo.
Yeah.
USA in brackets.
Well, USA in brackets, that's the name of the new album that they put out. It's called USA.
Oh, okay.
So that's why. But
never mind. I'm the idiot.
No, you're not the idiot. You don't listen to Anamanaguchi, so it's all good. Where them deets? Hey, hold on. Yeah, it's the deets. It's like, man, get them deets, my dude. We got a couple we got a couple pretty great Halloween things. So this is a Halloween costume. This is from Reddit. Someone dressed up as the final season of Game of Thrones.
With the Starbucks cup.
With the Starbucks cup, too. The only thing she's missing is a water bottle in the other hand, because there's a water bottle hidden behind a boot in the final episode.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there's a water bottle. That was really fucking funny.
It was during, one of the final scenes, I believe.
I want to say it was when they were all... does anyone care about the fact that Bronn is the fucking king now? I don't care that I spoiled it at this point.
Spoiler alert, I'm House Stark. Still don't care.
Arya,
though...
A lot of people were saying that it made more sense for Jon.
Arya and Jon both, though.
People were saying that it made more sense for Jon to be the king, but
I feel like that would have been too on the nose, though.
I
would have loved Arya to be the king, though.
Oh, can you imagine? Just
circumvent
that bullshit. Robit has suit, by the way. Shout out to Robit with the suit.
What kind of suit?
Oh yeah, what kind of soup? Do let us know. This is another thing. Now I know that there's more to this post that the family dressed up for this as well, but there's a kid for Halloween dressed up as pants. That's all he wanted to be. He wanted to be a pair of pants.
Do you remember what the other ones were?
The one was the hat and one was the shirt.
Oh yeah.
But the son wanted to be a pair of pants.
That's so cute.
Robot says Rob should have been king. He's got potato soup.
Rob is dead though.
Oh, Rob is dead though.
Rob died.
Yikes! Yeah, he did.
Did everyone forget about the
and then yeah, right. And then
fuck.
Yeah, right. Fuck. And then Romano says that she's getting tea right now. Dude, are you gonna spill some of that tea? Dude, spill some of that fucking tea.
I mean, she's got a toddler.
That's a lot of tea to spill.
Toddler probably spilled
tea has already been spilled. I am died is what Robin said.
Oh.
But you know, most important, like I said, we
that Rob. Okay.
Yeah, we talk about, you know, we try not to talk about politics. We definitely try not to, but this is the opening meme, so we're going to talk about politics. I know earlier from Lean, who said that they want to travel to the U.S. someday, and mentioned the weird political environment, political climate, etc.
Trust me, we make as much fun of him as he makes fun of himself.
Well, so does CNN, because this gold mine of a thing happened, and Donald Trump is a fucking moron. Like, holy shit. A big one. Hold on. A big one that really works.
That really works. Implying that the first one didn't work.
Robin said, "Oh, that Rob. Gee, thanks, Mira. You sounded so happy about me being a thing."
No, because we call you Robit. And
that is true.
I figured when we said Rob, we meant Game of Thrones Rob.
Well, yeah. By the way, a wall in Colorado that really works. It really works. This guy losing his shit. I love how they brought it up.
I love the headline.
Yeah, Trump says the U.S. is building a wall in Colorado, a state that doesn't border Mexico. The fact he's losing his shit is... It's a he. That's
just so you know, not the same thing.
Not the same thing. That is fucking beautiful. I have a lot of words I could say about our presidents of the United
Asterisk.
States. Yeah, there's a big asterisk on President of the United States of America.
Our Cheeto in Chief.
Yeah, Cheeto in Chief is probably my favorite one, but
I mean, that's the nice one.
the fact that our president doesn't even fucking know that Colorado's not on the border. And the thing is that it's not like he confused it with like a different state that's
He also
close.
doesn't know that Puerto Rico is, U.S. territory.
Yeah, that is also...
Puerto Ricans are not U.S. citizens. Are you sure?
Yeah, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy,
It just proves he doesn't read.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, Robert says it's to keep the Coloradians away from the rest of us. And
no, that's Wyoming.
Wyoming, those states, those clusters.
Montana, okay, fine.
Montana, yeah, build a wall.
Around Montana.
Yeah, just build a wall around Montana. We don't need that fucking shit.
Who's gonna pay for that?
I don't know, Idaho?
Is it gonna be Wyoming?
It might be Wyoming. It might be part from Idaho, because they got that potato money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Potatoes are good.
Potatoes are very good. At least we're not putting a wall around our Ohio. No, we should have put a wall around Ohio, because then none of the Paul brothers would have gotten out of Ohio.
Yeah, but then Markiplier never would have gotten out of Ohio either.
Well, they would allow him safe passage through the anus, but it's okay.
Really? Ragnarok?
Yeah, safe passage through the anus. Robot says build a wall around Missouri. And then Romano says, spilling tea is a disgrace, especially when you have a headache. I had a teacher who's from Puerto Rico. Hey, leave Missouri out of this. But, yeah.
Missouri already got Trump's vote. Trust me. We've already got our own one.
There's some, it's fucking wild. So usually we do this at the end, but I just want to, because usually we talk about our hardest reset videos and stuff at the end, but I want to talk about them now. Like I said, we didn't have a video. We didn't have a video this last week. Romano is trying to defend Missouri, saying St. Louis is good. We have ravioli. Name one good thing from Missouri: toasted ravioli. We have the Stanley Cup. They do have the Stanley Cup. They have Vladimir Tarasenko. They have Yadier Molina and Adam Wainwright.
And Bennington.
And Jordan Bennington. Hell yeah, they do. He doesn't play for him anymore, but Pat Maroon, born and raised in St. Louis. Watched the Blues as a kid.
Also, Vincent Price is from Missouri.
Vincent Price is from Missouri. Hell yes. And we just finished Spooky Season. Spooky Season is pretty great. You know what I mean? Oh, you guys have Dave Carpenter, right? Doesn't David Carpenter play for the Cardinals?
We have a few Carpenters,
You have a few Carpenters. Okay. Robert says we can put the cup elsewhere, and Romano's like, Vincent Price!
I mean, you have to win it first, Robert.
That is true.
You gotta not get knocked out.
Oh, okay. Matt Carpenter.
Matt Carpenter.
Matt Carpenter.
Well, we had two at one point.
We
had Chris Carpenter and Matt Carpenter.
There's too many Carpenters. There's a David on the Angels. That's what I confused him with. I confused
David Carpenter.
Yeah. Hey, Greg, did you watch Rocky Horror? No.
John Carpenter?
John Carpenter must die. Or no, John Tucker must die. Hold on.
Whoa.
I'm confusing my forms of media. It's John Tucker must die and John Carpenter created Halloween. I am
Don't dare.
I am like fucking very exhausted.
I'm in pain right now, but I will reach over this table and bitch slap you.
No, John
Don't
Carpenter.
Kill John Carpenter.
No, unless he plays himself in a movie and then dies in the movie, then that's
the only acceptable.
That's the only acceptable thing. I'll definitely say that. Robert says, we won like 2 years in a row. Greg, do I need to come over and force you to watch the fucking movie? Robert, you missed...
We're gonna get him.
The thing is that I wanted to watch it week of Halloween, but we had the internet and power outages, so that didn't work out.
Yeah.
And I know Robert can say, well, you could have watched it beforehand, but October was busy. October was a busy month.
Also, it's like, you could have watched it on your phone. Yeah, but we had no way to charge the phones
other
than going into the car. And we had winds going on during the whole time.
Romano's saying, my dad installed cable for Ozzie Smith back in the day. Mom said he was a very nice person. And we also have the fucking arch, is what Romano is saying. Defending... Robert says excuses. Well, maybe that would give you an excuse to actually finally come down here for once, Robert.
Well, we also had the World's Fair in St. Louis, I believe.
What's the World's Fair?
Really?
No, I'm 100% honest. What's the World's Fair?
I believe the World's Fair is where funnel cakes got invented.
How did I not know this?
I think so.
Should have come over and watched it then.
I'm gonna fact check, but I think we had the World's Fair in 1904.
Okay. Well, while you're fact checking that, you can have your opinion, Robert, even if it's wrong. Oh man.
I mean, he's a Penguins fan, so he's already.
He is a Penguins fan. See, I would have come over, but travel, cry baby face.
Excuses.
That's right. Traveling to San Burrito. San Burrito.
Travel to San Burrito.
Yeah. I don't go to San Burrito. Oh man, we're gonna get claimed on YouTube.
The Louisiana Purchase Exposition, informally known as the St. Louis World's Fair.
Okay.
That's what it was.
That's a lot of terminology and words.
I'm gonna look and see if they mentioned.
Oh my god, I'm trying to ask you about the D&D session. I'm trying to lead into talking about the D&D session. I didn't know we were gonna sit here and talk about funnel cakes.
Funnel cakes are good.
They are good. Don't get me fucking wrong.
Also, she brought up toasted ravioli, so I blame Romano.
Oh well.
Because now it's making me think of food.
Romano, this is all your fault.
God, I want toasted ravioli.
So Romano says we have Union Station currently being renovated. We got the wheel. What the fuck is the wheel? It's literally the wheel.
I'm gonna let her explain it.
Which is fucking awesome. Wrote it yesterday, and hopefully have one of the best aquariums in the nation. We also have the best zoo that is free. Free zoo, okay.
The zoo. All you gotta do is pay for parking.
Ferris wheel. Oh, it's literally a giant ass fucking Ferris wheel. Okay.
Yeah, for the zoo, you just pay for parking.
Oh, well there you go.
And then you just go in.
Getting up to catch a bus at like 6 a.m. to travel for like 9 hours, Rob, it's all sad. Just do it on like a weekend that we can pick you up, my dude. Like, I'd totally pick you up.
Ruben, maybe you should just meet us halfway.
Right at the borderline?
Or get a car.
Is where I'm going to wait. Anyway, so the D&D one shot. What are you doing? Are you still looking at funnel cakes?
I'm trying to find it.
This is the best episode we've ever done.
Shut up. We had a 13-minute intro talking about why we had no video planned for the Saturday.
Yeah, and talking about our personal lives right now. It was modeled after the one from the 1904 World's Fair. There you go.
There you go.
We are learning stuff right now. You want to?
I can't find it.
I was about to say, you want to what I want to learn? I want to learn what you thought of the D&D one shot we did.
It was good.
It was good. What was your favorite moment in that one shot? Because that was the first time. I'm gonna butt scoot my way to San Burrito like a dog.
Butt scoot
is what Robin said. So what did you think of the one shot?
It was interesting playing a druid.
Interesting playing a druid.
I
was surprised you didn't wild shape. Was it wild shape?
I did at the very end.
You did wild shape at the very end and turned into a little cat. You know, that was a thing that threw me off, and I was like,
also
I wasn't expecting that, and it's like that's why I had for Emery kind of go like, oh, I always loved when you do this. It's like, oh, I would imagine that. I'm like, oh, that's cute. When she's like, doesn't feel like saying anything. She's like, I'm a cat.
Well, because at the time I was sitting there like, it's wild shape isn't going to really work in these battle scenarios.
Right. Yeah.
But I just figured I'd do it at the very end.
That was nice.
Be a little cat.
There was a lot. I'm bringing up the document now.
Be a little meow meow.
I'm bringing up the document right now. There's actually some crazy things. Like I said, I wish May was here. We'll ask her what she thought of the D&D stuff. There are some interesting things. None of you guys went up and had a conversation with Ulzor and sw&sh. I was so fucking hoping you guys would walk up and have a conversation with Ulzor and sw&sh.
The way I figured my druid just kind of keeps to herself.
Yeah, I saw that was the way.
If anybody was going to go talk to them, wasn't going to be me.
Yeah. And then shout out to Head Fuji, who just dropped in and said hello. Right when my camera got all blurry. But let's see. What are some interesting... Yeah, because it said... Here's what my note says. So talk to the barkeep. Basically just ask what she wants to drink. Explain... because this is for May's introduction. Mm-hmm. Speak to the... So you can either go to the barkeep, speak to the two having drinks. And I'm also surprised none of you guys went to the guards.
We were probably going to be following them as we left. So.
Right, yeah, true. Speak to the two having drinks. These two are the infamous duo of Ulzor and sw&sh, the chaotic duo that are known for causing more trouble than solving problems. They're bored as shit and do not want to go on another monster run. The half-orc is more frustrated. The halfling is more forgiving, but still frustrated.
Which, regardless, they still talked anyway.
Ulzor and sw&sh is pretty great. Oh no, someone's asking if I'm a Logan Paul fan, and I am not a Logan Paul fan. I'm glad he got the shit kicked out of him. We're talking Logan Paul v KSI a little bit and kind of my stuff about it. Craig is the biggest Logan Paul fan. That is slander. That is lies.
I thought we weren't talking about it.
I have an interesting thing. The only thing I'm going to talk about is why I feel like it's. Oh, Head Fuji said, "Thank God." Yeah, there we go.
No, we basically decided ever since that whole thing he did the beginning of last year, none of us were ever going to be a fan.
Yeah.
Even basically. If we were before.
Well, okay, you know what?
Weren't.
Yeah, let me finish talking about the D&D notes, and I'll say my stuff about KSI versus Logan Paul and why I feel like it didn't work as well the second time around. Even though I am glad that KSI ended up winning in the split decision, because I did watch the highlight reel of the fight though. Sidetrack. Let me finish up going through some of these notes. There's some interesting bits of information I want to let you know. Speak to the two guards. These TARs will inform Nari, because this is when Naria first came in, to just wait as the general's finishing up some other business before handing out tonight's contracts. Have a drink as you wait. You walk in, refer to the top. I was trying to get you two to sit with one another and talk, and that really didn't happen at all.
Well, again, awkward AF.
Yeah. Head Fuji said, "Me too, KSI beat his ass." Yeah, when I saw the highlights, it's... Like I said, we'll get to KSI v Logan Paul in a moment, but for people who are probably not knowing what's going on, we do a D&D series called The Homebrewers. We did a one-off episode the weekend before Halloween, which didn't get uploaded until the following Saturday, even though we wanted it to, we talked about it already. Mm-hmm. But I'm going through some of the interesting notes that you guys didn't get. Let's see... Here's a note from when you guys were talking to the general. Note, if for any reason someone decides to roll an insight check during the explanation, and rolls higher than a 22 and are not equal to, they will receive the following secret. I was going to pull a Matthew Mercer and give a secret. As you watch General Hall discuss their efforts, you realize that he's definitely lying about the information that he has given. You feel something more nefarious is at play here. Mira Pro Tip, gotta make a character that will actually speak with the rest of the party. You're making me hungry, Robot. Oh man, stew sounds so good right now. We actually have stew that we're sitting. Oh, rip Robot's out of soup, but we've got London broil, and we're kind of making it into a little bit of stew.
Well, Robot, guess you gotta make your ass get down here.
Yeah, and get some stew. Let's see, graveyard exploration. So you guys rolled pretty okay on the graveyard exploration. So you guys, you guys only rolled okay because you found the one that said Emery. Did you guys find out that it looked like that nothing was buried?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so
we noticed it was disturbed or something.
Yeah, if you rolled a 23 or higher, the following secret would have been given because there would have been another gravestone next to that just said, "To my beloved Nightbreeze, may your memory rest in peace, as does mine."
Fuck.
Yeah, it could have been revealed way earlier, which would have been great. Let's see. On my way, I'll be there tomorrow afternoon, and then Robot's clarifying for Head Fuji what we're talking about. We're talking about Dungeons & Dragons. So we did a one-shot, and I'm kind of going through some of the notes from that one-shot that we did a couple weeks ago, just kind of like some interesting bits of information that I feel those who... Oh.
Robot, spoiler alert, I would be home tomorrow.
Yeah, you would. So come on over.
Because the library is closed tomorrow.
You guys could have rolled a perception check to avoid all of the... Traps. If you avoided all of the traps, you would not have had to fight the skeletons. You would have just had the rush up to the stairs.
I think part of it was someone rolled low.
May didn't check for traps.
That's what it was.
May didn't check for traps. Oh, no. She rolled low on her check for traps. Because I recommended them, like, you want to have, I was like, you should probably...
I think it might have been like a perception roll.
I told her to roll a perception because I told her, like, you want to check for some traps and stuff like that, etc.
And it was
no, we're not about to play. We did a one-shot a couple weeks ago. And
we will be playing next Saturday.
We'll be playing next Saturday. Well, next Sunday, technically, because we're doing Extra Life differently. But, yeah, next Sunday we're going to be doing the session, episode 10 of the Homebrewers. So we will be playing next week. But, no, I'm just kind of going over some notes for people who... watch that one shot, which is on youtube.com/hardestreset. It's the latest video that went up. Okay, so you guys would have I'm just looking to see, you guys would have noticed there's the encounter. Let's see, getting into here. Getting in when you guys got into the Fair Night Manor. Okay. When you guys had gotten into that, there was a lot that you guys could have gotten. My biggest thing that I'm disappointed is you rolled low on your wisdom check in the bedroom.
I couldn't help it.
I know. It's the way the dice rolls.
You make it sound like I just forgot to do something. I'm like, no, my dice just hated me for that roll.
No, it wasn't a perception check. Rob's right. It was an investigation check. I told her to do.
It was some check that got.
There was regardless of what it was a check that was rolled
and it
low.
Was low.
Absolutely.
Because for the most part, my dice liked me.
Yeah.
Except for like a couple of them.
Let's see, what else did we get? Because let's see, the memory. And then if May had rolled lower than a 14 on her investigation check in the Fair Night family portrait room, she would have been too enamored with all of the hot Dampier men to be distracted. Yeah, basically. Basically.
Stuffs it in the bag of holding that she did not have.
I would have, if she rolled like a natural 1, I almost would be like, make a wisdom saving throw. Or a charisma. No, because she would be charmed, so it'd be a charisma saving throw.
No. Elves can't be charmed.
That is very true. No, it just, she's lusting for that Dampier booty. So she'd be like, damn, what's with all these hot boys? Husbando problems. Yeah, she'd be like, I can't hang. Romano just put hashtag wet for husbandos. Oh, boy.
She knows.
Oh, yeah, you're right. She
also likes Leon Kennedy.
Yeah, very true. There was a chance that if May didn't... There was a phrase that May would have said that would have caused her to fail.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to find what the phrase was, but there
I
was
don't know. Or no, it was basically like if she had lied about what she wanted.
Yeah.
Then they would have seen her.
If she would have stuck
honest.
to lying about what she wanted and stuck to that lie, they would have deemed not worthy to enter the door, and you would have had to fight.
But she was honest and said, I don't know.
And she was honest and said, I don't know. That was kind of my, if that's your chance at a bad ending, as minimum as it is.
I even told her I don't know just to kind of help her because she seemed like she wasn't sure what she was supposed to do, and I was just like, just tell them you don't know.
This is pretty great. Head Fuji posted a thing. It was called Dungeons and Dragons: Satan's Game. Your children, like it or not, are attracted.
Oh, the dead
yeah. Attracted to their weaker years to the occult, and a game like D&D fuels their imaginations and makes them special while drawing them deeper and deeper
to the bowels of El Diablo. I love that skit.
So good. Oh man,
I cast magic missile. Why are you casting magic missile? There's nothing to attack here. I'm attacking the darkness.
I think back to the.
I gotta rewatch that now.
I gotta think back to the. I know of it, but I don't think I've ever actually fully seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to watch it after the podcast.
I'm totally down. I'm thinking of the thing that makes me laugh in John Tron's Dark Dungeon video is the, I'll kill him. I have no mercy. I'm chaotic neutral.
Excellent RPG.
Excellent RPG. Excellent RPG. Oh,
I brought Elfstar to be a priestess and witch. I don't think it works that way.
I don't think it works that way, no.
Yeah,
Eric, it's good.
Both of those things for some reason.
Oh, man.
Oh, I love the Dead Alewives skit. Oh. It's so funny.
Okay, so the massive flashbacks, those were all kind of... I literally had ideas for the flashbacks, and then the last bullet point is, or however the fuck you decide to actually reveal this. And then you roll for initiative with the fight. It was always planned to have him cast Fireball. And
at least it wasn't Magic Missile.
Well, the thing is that, like, he's a cleric, but I think it was the feat that he took. No, it's the path that he took. It allowed him to take...
A wizard spell?
His level 5... At level 5, he got Fireball and another spell that were non-cleric spells.
Light, I think.
I think it's Light Domain is what he chose.
Well, it was either Light or Nature.
The god that he chose, I think, was in the Light Domain, or the current god he had.
Yeah, I want to say it was Light, because we were all playing 5th level.
Yeah.
I think at 5th level you got Fireball.
Yes.
That had to have been
the final fight, the other fun fact was, you guys, the first round of the like 38 points of damage to the werewolf was pretty crazy. Couple crazy parts about that fight. If you guys brought the werewolf to 0 hit points without using anything that was silver, he would have been down for a round, or like for a period of like 6 seconds, and he would have came back with 20 hit points. And you kept knocking him down if you guys didn't figure out the silver thing immediately, which I kind of, for the sake of May, because she doesn't really play D&D like you and I do, I made sure that it was like kind of a little obvious, because there was also a chance that you guys...
Didn't find the silver weapons.
Yeah, because you had to roll, I think, a 14 or above.
I, as a player myself, know that werewolves are weak to silver.
Yes.
Yeah, but we were dropping hints to make it easy.
I'm just saying as you I'm about to say as
to make it easier to figure out, hey, this is a werewolf.
Oh, you know me as a target.
No. We know you know. It's just...
Yeah, we know you know. Yeah.
We wanted to make sure the setup would make sense.
The setup would make sense. Yeah. What do you think of D&D, by the way, man? When you played the second time around? It was good. Yeah. May talking to us from... Yeah. It happens.
Exposition can be slow.
Exposition can be a little slow, but that's, that is what?
She's talking to us from the afterlife.
Yeah, she's talking to us from the afterlife. Broadcasting from beyond the grave. That's Mira. Or
Mira? What?
What
the fuck?
I'm so sorry. I did not mean for that.
Panic mode. Picnic.
After 3 full rounds of combat, Emery would have come back up as a playable character. He would have had the attributes of... he would have had the attributes of the vampire, but sans the legendary actions and regeneration. Sans the things that makes him... Yeah. His legendary reactions and resistance and stuff, because even though he'd be back up to fighting Snuff, he still... Because of removing that chain... The choker, he is still very hurt. So it's like he could stand his own. I rolled 56 hit points for him, so he definitely was going to be a nerfed, a very much a nerfed NPC. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. We didn't. We did the thing. We did the thing. There's talks about us talking about other videos. We didn't do a vlog for 14. Well, with the video that was for the 14 event, what I was going to be doing before our personal stuff happened was I was going to do a Death Stranding video.
See, I was going to segue from the politics thing into Death Stranding because I was going to be like, speaking of weird political climate, let's talk about Death Stranding.
Let's talk about Death Stranding. No. Let's transition.
There's some weird shit happening in that game.
Well, there's some weird shit happening in that game, definitely. You know what? Yeah, fine. I was going to talk Logan Paul versus KSI really quick just to get that out of the way. Yeah, let's just get that out of the way real quick, and then we'll keep on the weird path and go to Death Stranding. Logan Paul versus KSI, round 2 happened. Not nearly as many people fucking cared this time around.
Because it wasn't free.
Well, yeah, that is true. Well, no, okay. It was, the first fight you had to buy on YouTube.
But the thing is, people were streaming it on Twitch.
This
time, I want to say they made sure it wasn't going to be streamable on Twitch.
It was a pay-per-view package, basically. I don't remember the actual name of the place, but it was a pay-per-view package.
And it was through a different venue to buy tickets for it.
Yeah, it was at right out here at Staples Center, which is crazy. Yeah, it was claimed by Dawson. I meant to say
apparently it's called DAZN.
DAZN. Yeah, it's a weird pronunciation.
Which I'm with DeFranco on that. If you gave me that spelling and you were supposed to make me think it said DAZN.
That's not. Yeah, it looks so weird.
It's not DAZN. There's no O.
It looks like DAZN.
It does.
It looks like DAZN. I was trying to watch it on Twitch and YouTube. It says was trying to watch it on Twitch and YouTube. It was claimed by DAZN. Romano, I see your comment. I'll read that in just a moment. Or I'll read it right now. Romano said, I meant to say this, Greg. The Vampire one-shot was fucking awesome. Your storytelling has improved greatly, and I can't wait for your next campaign of the Homebrewers. It was crazy having to build that whole fucking world have it in my head for as long as I did.
We were also trying to hammer in. It's like, this is not Castlevania.
Yeah, it very much is not Castlevania. But there's a couple... The whole Dampier thing was definitely an influence from Castlevania. But it was very much its own thing.
It's not exclusive to Castlevania, though.
You're not fighting as a werewolf in Castlevania.
Well, no, with the Dampier thing.
Yes.
There's other games.
But, so, it's not delivery. It's DAZN.
It's DAZN.
It's DAZN. Yeah.
Get in DAZN.
So, Logan Paul v KSI, I watched the highlights, and it is very clear that why KSI won. Because aside from the dirty hit that Logan Paul got, then lost points on, KSI beat the shit out. Especially at the end, Logan Paul didn't get a second win. KSI did, and started wailing on his ass, which was pretty great.
And you say Logan might have broken his jaw?
No, okay, he did not. That initial article I was reading was full of shit. He did not break his jaw. There might have been some blood, a little bit of blood, from both of them. But yeah, but it's like, that's to be expected. Robot said auto DAZN. God damn it, Robot.
He got my reference.
God damn it. Oh my god. Anyway, so, yeah. I think it just didn't work because the first fight, KSI challenged Logan Paul to that fight after the Suicide Forest stuff. Fresh in people's minds. Jake Paul was in his own controversies and shit like that. So that him and the younger brother of KSI, Deji, they were the ones that were going to fight and stuff like that. And it was like, it was in the UK, the event was sold out, like everyone wanted to see this fight.
Well, because it was in Manchester, right?
Yes, I want to say it was in Manchester. But like, a year and a half later, like, nobody fucking cared. KSI saved his channel. Yeah, kind of, a little bit. Yeah, it's,
in a way, yeah.
Yeah, in
a weird turn of events.
Yeah, in a weird turn of events. It was,
But But that's okay, because Logan still lost.
Yeah, he lost. My thing was there were people who were saying, like, we know Logan's going to win. I'm like, I hope not, but I wouldn't be surprised. But the fact that KSI did win, I'm all, well, good. By the way, KSI is not a foot shorter than Logan Paul. He is just a couple inches shorter, but the weight differential, like, it'd be a little bit, KSI, oh yeah, that's the only reason why Logan Paul fought was because of the whole saving his channel thing. I was like, yeah, kind of.
Which is weird, because from what I remembered, he wasn't really having trouble keeping the subscriber count.
Yeah. Well, because remember, yeah, I mean,
if that changed, I hadn't heard.
I would say, well, I mean, this year
it wasn't anything like the Pro Jared thing where he like.
Oh yeah.
He like had.
It wasn't like a Pro Jared or a James Charles thing where they had lost fuckloads of subscribers, but no, I think this year it's like a year and a half later. Well, you know, the Pauls are still doing controversial bullshit because they're always going to be grubby business people. It's like that's all they've got going on, and people aren't giving them the time of day that they usually do. Like in the broader, outside of the fan base that's around, you know, the Logan and Jake Paul fan base. You know, it didn't have the attention it did last year because the mainstream media was just sitting there just like, oh yeah, what's going on with this shit? That's why I don't think it worked as much, and I don't think anyone's arguing that. But it was interesting to see there was a full-on fucking fight, and it's really interesting hearing the fucking announcers try to talk about how, you know, got to start in YouTube playing video games with KSI. I'm like, oh man, okay. But you know that's just proof we're in the weirdest timeline. Other proof of the weirdest timeline is Death Stranding is a thing. I knew he would win. Greg, are you excited for more Rage Against the Machine? We got that on the docket. Not only, we're all over the place on this podcast. We're getting to that. The fact that Rage Against the Machine and My Chemical Romance in the span of 24 hours announced reunion tours, that's insane. And we'll get to that later. But, yeah, weirdest timeline, Death Stranding. Death Stranding is a fucking video game. Babe, you've been watching me play Death Stranding. As an outsider, what do you think of Death Stranding?
That would imply I have a coherent thought about the game, which I don't.
Oh man,
I forgot
to pull the video from.
The only thing I know is Norman Reedus looks good in this game.
He looks good. You know, get his hair tied back and.
That threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not used to seeing him with his hair tied back. It was pretty cool. I didn't get the video queued up, but I was going to show the 9-minute video of me trying to explain the story of Death Stranding.
Oh, Jesus.
That'll
just be an extra thing.
I made us upload that leading up to Extra Life just to make up for the fact we didn't have a video on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because that video alone is just... I watched it back yesterday.
Oh, you did watch it back?
I watched it back yesterday. Oh, my God.
You were so tired.
I was fucking... I got maybe 4 hours of sleep that night before. I had been sleeping... Because of the shit that's been going on, I've been sleeping for shit. You know? So it's like, alright, I'm fucking exhausted and I'm ready to... Like, I was ready to go to bed at the old person time of like 11 p.m. You know?
The old person time?
Yeah, the old person time.
That's like 8 or 9 o'clock.
Yeah. No, old person time is like 6 p.m. Explain Death Stranding. I'll definitely explain Metal Gear. Oh man, both of those are chores.
There's not enough alcohol in this apartment.
There's not enough alcohol in this apartment.
Spoiler alert, there isn't any alcohol.
There isn't any alcohol at all in this apartment right now. There's a liquor store across the street, and that's not enough alcohol.
But you also have a thing of you're waiting until next month.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying, just to keep playing for the joke. The liquor store down the street doesn't have enough alcohol for me to use to explain what the fuck Death Stranding is.
I thought you were saying, like, there's a liquor store down the street, and I will go get some.
No, what I'm saying is there's a liquor store down the street, and all the liquor in the liquor store still isn't enough to try to explain what Metal Gear or Death Stranding is. But, yeah, so that's the thing about Death Stranding is I watched, like, the first couple trailers. We had a podcast earlier this year. Rob was on his way to bring booze and explain Metal Gear.
You better actually do this, Robo.
Yeah, Robo, you better show the fuck up, my dude. Anyway, it's weird, but it's good, and I'm not questioning that, but it's actually really good. I'm really liking it.
That first hour, though, you were like, what the fuck?
That first hour, because they bombard you with so much information, I kind of was just like...
And there's all these, like, weird terms that you had no idea what it meant.
Yeah, it's like, what...
Death Stranding itself was a
The
term.
Death Stranding is a term.
Time Falls.
BTs.
BTs.
Yeah, BTs, Dooms.
Dooms, yeah. That was a weird thing that you, like, sped through, and I didn't get to read all of it. But something about, like, different zodiac signs have higher levels of doom.
Depending on your birth date.
Which Pisces was one of them.
Pisces was one of them, because it's the water fish.
I'm just like, yay.
Yeah, as opposed to the fire fish.
And then Cancer.
And then Cancer is going to be, the other one with high dooms. Which apparently, I read apparently the higher dooms makes the game harder to play.
Fuck.
A little bit,
I'm never playing then.
Well, I mean, if you play on very easy and show higher dooms.
Even then, I will never play.
Well, I mean, at least
it's way too complicated anyway.
Well, the gameplay is not that complicated. You're basically delivery simulator, basically.
There's a learning curve for me to learn pillars. This
There's
might
no
be difficult
learning
for
curve.
me.
There's no learning curve.
Also, I never played Metal Gear. I know the games, I just never played them.
Well, okay. How do I... It's rough to explain it. From a... It's not a stealth game. Like, Death Stranding's not a stealth game. It is a third-person exploration adventure game. Is the best way I can explain Death Stranding. Because you're exploring... Because the main premise of the story is...
UPS the simulation.
Basically! What can Brown do for you? Reconnect the United Cities of America.
What can Brown do for you?
Yeah, what can Brown do for you?
I think back to the
what can Fetus do for you? Like, literally, you and your little face. What can Retus do? What can Retus and his funky fetus do for you? It's pretty great. Metal Gear is a tactical espionage action. It is on the case. Tactical espionage action. No, I like it a lot. The gameplay, it's simple yet complicated at the same time. Like, it's simple in what you have to do.
It's also sponsored by Monster Energy
Drink. It's also fucking sponsored by Monster Energy Drink. The weirdest sponsorship to be had in a game like this. But holy motherfucking shit, yeah.
I don't know, man. Yeah. Imagine your game being sponsored by Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
Not even the character, just him.
That is very true, yeah.
Like, one of the masters of, like, horror in your fucking video game.
Yeah, just chilling there as a doctor.
Just not being his creepy self.
Yeah, sponsored by Monster, yeah. The game is...
There's actual cans of Monster.
Let me bring up... do you play as a Kyle? A Chad, actually. You do play as a Chad.
You play as a Strand, actually.
Oh, that is also very true. Let me bring up the image that I took so that way you know... Because I posted something on Facebook that was like today's episode of Reconnecting Humanity is sponsored by Monster Energy Drink. Let me bring it up. It's pretty fucking great.
It was a funny image.
Let's see. Oh, there it is, right there.
I know the first time we found the Monster cans.
I was like, "Is that Monster Energy Drink?" And I went over and like, "Yeah, that is actually fucking Monster Energy Drink." Like,
well, because we saw the cans during a cutscene.
So yeah, it was during a cutscene.
Because the doctor's talking to you, and you see the cans in the background, and you're like, "Are those Monster Energy drinks?" And then you look over.
Yeah, I'm like, "No,
those are Monster cans."
Yep. All right, let me bring it up right now. Okay.
So there they are.
There's the fucking... I mean,
and there's the Luden's mask.
Yeah, there's the Luden's mask.
Which Luden's is apparently the mascot for Kojima Productions.
Luden's is also the name of the song Bring Me the Horizon did for the game, which you can have play.
Which now it makes sense anyway, because no matter what the word means, if it means anything, Luden's is the name of the mascot for Kojima Productions.
Yep. That makes sense. And
so it's his mask.
And Ollie Sykes from Bring Me the Horizon is a massive Metal Gear fan.
So it's his mask.
Yeah, basically. This game is...
It's like when Notions did Persona.
Yeah, basically. Well, I mean, Bring Me the Horizon on the record Sempiternal had a song called Shadow Moses. And everyone's like, wait, is this a reference? And Ollie Sykes on Twitter was just like, do you know how many times I played MGS1 when I was a kid? I'm a massive fanboy of Kojima games. I'm like, hell yeah. In fact, like he was listening to shit. It's like my gaming idol wanted us to be in his game. Holy fucking shit. But yes, the Death Stranding is actually sponsored by Monster Energy Drink.
It's like Skrillex in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. You had Skrillex in Kingdom Hearts 3, and you had Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah. And he's just like...
He's just like his 12-year-old self is screaming. Fucking Robot said, how do you break Borderlands? I want to know how you broke Borderlands.
Wait, what?
Robot just said, I broke Borderlands. Apparently he broke Borderlands. But no, to kind of tie, like, I could also do a whole podcast talking about what Death Stranding is. I got a class mod with a _temp_ prefix, which is basically a code for that's supposed to be something, but it's not something.
I think I figured out how he broke Borderlands.
he
brought in a mod.
No. You get in the game. You get class mods.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, it's a gameplay thing.
I thought it was like a code that you.
No,
put
he
in
didn't.
cheat.
He didn't put in a mod. There are class
never
mods.
mind.
Each class has a modifier that they can use for
Maybe one of them,
Borderlands 3.
Maybe one of them is broken.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe it was broken, and he just picked the broken one.
He picked up out of the billions of guns and class mods you can get. He got the one broken.
He picked the
one.
nylon bag.
He got the nylon bags. Hell yeah. Let's see. But yeah, I could do a whole podcast about Death Stranding and just trying to talk about it. I brought in Monster TM Energy. I brought in Monster TM Energy drink. But yeah, it's
Borderlands doesn't support Death Stranding.
Anyway, so but Death Stranding is the storytelling and the world building and stuff are pretty awesome. And I love the way I've always been a sucker for
really weird stories.
Oh yeah, weird stories, meta stories, etc., etc. It's something I've been that I've loved, and it's been pretty great. And Kojima, as controversial as the storytelling can be, some people love it, some people fucking hate it, but those who love it really fucking love his storytelling. I think this is what I've seen so far. The storytelling and world building is great. The use of music and the atmosphere and the sound design is incredible. The use of the rain system, of the timefall system, to really create suspense in basically a walking simulator is pretty crazy. And now I'm in an area where there's now rogue tribes trying to get after you, and you don't have any weapons, you just have your fists, so you gotta either sneak around or you gotta punch your way through.
It's Far Cry.
Kind of, yeah, a little bit, but it's
or Far Cry 5.
Yeah, that's the one in Montana, right?
Oh, I thought that was the
that's Primal. You're thinking of Far Cry Primal. Yeah.
I didn't play Far Cry.
You don't play shooters.
I only know 4.
You only know 4 because Pagan Min, Troy Baker, and Travis Willingham is one of the cult people in 5.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
I remember that now.
Yeah. I want to say Matt's also one of like the random cult people you can talk to as well.
Matt's also in Death Stranding.
Matt is also in Death Stranding. That is very true. Matthew Mercer's in Death Stranding.
The Lava Boys.
The Lava Boys, which is Robbie Damon, Max Middleman, and Ray Chase, are in Death Stranding.
Troy Baker.
Oh, I got to it. I'm in chapter 3 right now for Death Stranding.
Darren
Darren DePaul's character's really great. I knew the voice sounded familiar. Then when you read the character that he was, I'm all, oh, that was Darren DePaul? Fuck yes. That's cool.
Yuri Lowenthal's
in it. Apparently Conan O'Brien's in the game.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, which is
the Wandering MC or something.
He's the Wandering MC, which that's interesting. But I'm thoroughly loving it, and I think
Jameson Price is in this
Jameson
game.
Price is in it too. But I thoroughly love it for how weird it is, and kind of the time fall. You could definitely see the Guillermo del Toro touches with the monsters. Especially when you have the thing flashing trying to find the BTs, and you get the silhouettes of what they might look like. It's very Guillermo del Toro.
Well, also like, just the thing with their footprints.
Yeah.
And you see the claws extract.
Yeah, that was fucking cool. That was really cool.
You and May were like freaking the fuck out. And I was just like, that's really cool.
I was like, oh shit, nope. The character design's great too. Just everything about it is great, and like the gameplay doesn't have to be complicated for it to be a fun game. Like there's so much variation in how you handle getting the deliveries out, and where you go and how you travel. Who
you get on higher levels with.
Yeah, you can have like you could do one quest for someone, or you could do like all of their quests. Yeah, I did a lot of quests or a lot of deliveries for Darren DePaul's character. It was pretty cool, but I am thoroughly enjoying it and loving it. Pretty great, pretty good, pretty awesome. Do we want to keep it on the Yeah, we'll keep it on I didn't know if I want to keep it on the gaming stuff. No, there's a couple of these that I got to bring up information for. I think we're gonna
shout out to our neighbors.
Shout out to our neighbors blasting
Playing
music. I'm just trying to find. Oh, you know what? I'll do this one before we go on break and stuff like that. So this is technically not on here, but since it's just you and I, we were not going to have to bore May with some music. So there was a list that came out recently from Metal Hammer that was called the best 40 new metal tracks according to Metal Hammer. And Metal Injection posted this, but according to Metal Hammer, it's the best 40 new metal tracks. And new metal is basically, your
Linkin Park.
Your Linkin Parks, your Korns, Limp Bizkit, System of a Down, your Deftones, stuff like that. It's a really interesting list, and I'm going to bring up some notable ones that we would recognize. Orgy's cover of Blue Monday is 38.
You should put the list on the
yeah.
screen
I'll put it on the screen.
I want to read along with the class.
It's pretty great. There's a lot of things I don't recognize, but there's some that I do recognize.
I've heard of El Nino.
I've heard of El Nino, yes, but so here's the list. So we got El Nino, What Comes Around on 40, and then I've never heard of this band, A. What a name for a band.
Just A.
A, yeah. Orgy's Blue Monday is at 38. 1 Minute Silence, South Central. System of a Down's War, 36. Deftones, My Own Summer, 35. 34 is Incubus's Drive. 33, One Step Closer, which it's interesting, the Linkin Park song that got into top 10, and I definitely agree with it. We'll get to it. Union Underground. Oh my god.
Static X.
Yeah, Static X, Push It. Oh man.
I'm surprised they didn't go with Cold.
Cold is another one. Yeah. Spine Shank, I knew of them. I never really listened to them. Evanescence, Bring Me to Life. Okay.
Of course.
Saliva's Click Click Boom at 28. We got Soulfly's Bleed with Fred Durst. If that's not new metal. Yeah. Snot.
Snot.
Yeah. Nerd Lap Dance. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm not familiar with Nerd. I'm really not. Let's see. Machine Heads, From This Day. Incubus, A Certain Shade of Green. Head PE's Bartender. I'm familiar with Head PE.
I read that as Head P.
Head P.
I was like, what is Head P?
They're Head PE.
Okay.
Which I think the PE is supposed to stand for Planet Earth.
Physical education.
There's a Head Physical Education, yes. Static X feels bad, man. There's a lot of controversy going on because it's the 5-year anniversary of Wayne Static dying, and his former band.
It's only been 5 years?
It's only been 5 years.
No way.
It's been 4 years since his wife committed suicide.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she committed suicide about a year after he died. But let's see, Taproot again and again at 20. Look, is that 21?
21. Yeah.
20 is I remember Edema. I had that record. Giving In. Hoobastank's Crawling in the Dark at
That's
19.
a good song.
Good song, very much a good song. Let's scroll down to the rest of the list. Crazy Town, Butterfly, Limp Bizkit's Rolling. Now, here we fucking go.
Why is Limp Bizkit?
Hell yeah.
Why is this? Oh my god, I just read to the bottom.
No, it's... Trust me. Hold on, we're getting there. Korn's Freak on a Leash at 16. Cold Chambers Loco at 15. Hell yeah. Slipknot's Wait and Bleed. Hell yeah. Kid Rock's American Badass. Why? Fucking Robot just said keep rolling. Mudvayne's Dig. Yeah! We have American Head Charge, Just So You Know. Disturbed's Down with the Sickness at 10. Drowning Pool's Bodies at 9. Alien Ant Farm's Movies
Never heard that song.
at 8. The Robot's like Kid Rock. Deftones Back to School at 7. This is the one I like. Linkin Park's Points of Authority. At number 6, POD's Alive at 5.
I was going to say that's 5.
That's number 5. Number 4 is Papa Roach's Last Resort. Number 3, System of a Down's Chop Suey. Number 2, Korn's Blind. And number 1, Limp Bizkit's Break Stuff.
Why is Limp Bizkit number 1?
Why
is
Robot straight up said it. Wish was the better Alien Ant Farm song. Movies is the hit that they had, but Wish is this heavy fucking song, which was awesome.
Fun fact, the only song I've heard from Alien Ant Farm
was the Smooth Criminal cover. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't go with that one. on the list because that was the one song that what they were known for was covering Smooth Criminal.
I just want to know, why the fuck is Limp Bizkit on here so many times and in the number 1 spot? And why is Kid Rock on this list?
Well, babe.
No.
Do you know
No.
Fred Durst, he packs a chainsaw?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Babe.
I'm in pain.
It's just one of those days.
Fuck you.
It sounds like you're not going to
break.
anytime soon. We're gone. I was going to ask you, what isn't on this list that you wish was on this list?
I don't know.
I'm with Robit that for Alien Ant Farm it should have been or not movies, should have been Wish, but I'm surprised it wasn't Smooth Criminal.
I might need to go switch out for a minute.
Sounds good. Yeah, we're gonna go to break. Let me bring up some soothing tavern music. We'll do tavern music tonight. No,
Not that tavern music.
no, that's not what I want. We're gonna go to break, my guys. We still got a lot to talk about. We got the Pokemon fandom still being bullshit. Legend of Vox Machina getting 2 seasons. BlizzCon discussion. Star from Supernatural got arrested. We have MCR and Rage Against the Machine coming back. We've got Homestuck 2 being a fucking thing. Dude killed at Popeyes. And a bunch of memes for meme time. So, until then, actually, you're gonna chat with me for a moment because boop, 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 boop. Oh, that's do-do-do-do. Tavern music is what she's all excited for. And then Robot. Tabletop audio. I don't know why that got clicked there. Anyway. I don't know. Everything's falling apart. The Tavern. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We will catch you guys in about a few minutes. We're going to take a few minutes to go use the restroom. The Movies was a failed follow-up. Movies was. That is very true. Smooth Criminal was the bigger song than Movies, too. Yeah, it makes no sense. I don't know. I actually liked that record that the Smooth Criminal cover was on. But anyway, we will be back in a few minutes. Do not go away, my dudes, my guys, my gals, my everybody. Enjoy some lovely, lovely bard ballad music as we... Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the HR Office Podcast. I figured, why don't we jump back in with another, not opening meme, but mid-open meme. Pretty great. You'll hear.
You working out?
It's pretty great. So
I hear it and I already know what it is.
It's real great. So this really fat cat is trying to work out.
He's a mega chunk.
He's a super mega chunk. Enjoyed a delicious bowl of campfire stew to the wonderful music. Nice, thank you. So this fat cat is trying to work out.
You working out? Oh, good girl.
Oh, girl.
That's a good word.
Oh.
I saw this video and I was like,
You can do it, pretty
my
girl.
God, that's so good. Robot said Cinderblock. That's the name of the cat.
Oh.
Like, I love her. Oh, man.
She's so cute.
She's fucking great. Yeah, there's a Cinderblock, the obese cat exercising.
You can do it, Cinderblock.
Cinderblock is the fucking best.
She's so cute.
Let me read the article about Cinderblock. So Cinderblock...
Also, fuck you, Robot.
Yeah.
Mira, do you pack a chainsaw like Mr. Durst? Fuck you, Robot.
Do you pack a chainsaw?
Fuck you, Robot.
Are you going to use it to skin Robot's ass raw? That's my question. She lost half a pound. Hey, she lost half a pound. Good for her.
Baby steps.
Cinderblock, what a
so
good
cute.
girl. What a good girl. That's so good. Cinderblock the cat.
She can do it.
Oh,
I have
man.
faith in her.
Yeah, we all have faith in her. It's pretty great.
We would die for Cinderblock.
Yeah, we all would. It'd be pretty great. I just wanted to share Cinderblock the cat with you. Okay, so let's get into some gaming memes, if you don't mind. Let's talk about some one of the funniest things you read for me. You read this for me a couple weeks ago. So Bethesda, good old Todd Howard.
You found it?
Yes, I found it from Screen Rant. So Bethesda Them good old boys in West Virginia.
That promise you these bags that are made out of.
I tell you, you know,
what were they pitching it was made
next
out of?
week for the Extra Life podcast, we're going to be talking about like the RPG tier list. And I have Skyrim on there, which I legitimately feel is at worst S tier. And
At worst
S tier. But it's like, the thing for me is, for every Skyrim, you get a Fallout 76. And so there was a guy that decided, let me just bring up the article. So this guy decided to buy the domain page for Fallout First in order to call out Bethesda. It's, man, it is.
It's beautiful.
Oh, man. Fallout New Vegas best game is what Rovid says. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. So they announced Fallout First, which basically was...
Fuck you.
What was that?
Fallout fuck you first.
yeah. So basically, they did Fallout First, which was going to be their pay-to-win option, basically, for Fallout 76.
Yeah.
And it's the way that you could play, or not pay-to-win, it's a way to pay to
It's
play it
basically
single.
pay-to-win.
Pay to play it as a single-player experience.
Pay to play by yourself.
Yeah, basically. It'd be like if Yoshi P in the 14 crew was like, hey, give us $80 a month.
And you can play by
Or
yourself?
get us $80 a year for playing by yourself.
No, for that it would be a month.
Not with Yoshi P and crew. With Bethesda, it would be $80 a month. But,
Well, you're saying it would be like if they did that.
yeah. But,
If they were doing it like Bethesda, it would have been $80.
if they're doing it like Bethesda, oh yeah, that's very true. But this guy took the domain name for Fallout First and wrote a massive fucking article about how shitty this thing was and just how Bethesda needs to basically nut up or shut up about the shit going down right now. And it's...
Well, didn't he say in the article, it's like...
He wanted to create a dialogue.
Yeah, he actually
Yeah.
would have talked to Bethesda if they reached out to him, and at the time I don't think they commented back.
Bethesda did not decide to comment. I don't know what's going on with Bethesda, because for the most part they put out pretty decent games, especially, you know, they weren't afraid to delay Doom Eternal to March of next year because of needing more time to work on it. But apparently with Fallout 76, Todd Howard and crew didn't want to. Maybe that's it. Maybe Todd Howard's the issue. No, I don't want to say Todd Howard's an issue.
Bags.
I don't want to say Todd Howard is an issue at all, because if I were to ever become a voice actor at some point, I don't want to... Money is what Rovid said. Yeah, very true.
I'll do it. He's an issue.
Oh, man. You just got yourself blacklisted from Bethesda, my dude. How dare you? How dare you?
There's other
I would love to be an
There's other companies that
Listen,
would
it's
be-
going to take another 15 years to make Elder Scrolls 6, so I would love to eventually be in Elder Scrolls 6. I'm okay. No, here's the thing. They're not... They need to not be EA is what Brohan's saying. Yeah, they basically need to not be EA. It's sad because I've known Bethesda in recent years to be a big name company that even if a game was released with a few bugs, they were kind of self-aware about it.
And they would make note of, like, hey, I know there's bugs.
Well,
we're
Todd
working to
Howard,
fix
when he
it.
announced Fallout 76, was like, yeah, we have some bugs in our games, and we might hear a couple words about it. It's like, see, there's a self-awareness to it. Then the year before, they did the...
I think that was just trying to downplay it.
No, the way it was said was way more of a... You know, I was like...
'Cause
The joke was the downplaying of it. Because he knows, yeah, we've had a few, but not with 76, but in past games before.
Oh, okay.
This is when he was announcing 76. Okay.
I was going to say, I was
Well,
sitting
to
there
show
like...
the self-awareness, which is why the whole Fallout 76 thing is so frustrating with people, they put out a video the year before called Skyrim on Alexa, making fun of themselves for putting Skyrim on everything. And it's like, it showed they had some self-awareness. It's like, if they just keep to the self-awareness and just make good games, that's all they need to do.
The self-awareness is for other games. Not for Fallout.
Now, good news for Obsidian, who did the... Was it Obsidian? I'm going to sound like an asshole if it's not Obsidian.
Who did the...
I'm bringing up the name. So, it was...
I was trying to help you,
It was
bro.
Obsidian, yes. They just released their game, The Outer Worlds.
I was trying to help you, bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Why am I here?
Yeah, but the Outer Worlds is the Obsidian's game.
Is that the Borderlands / Bioshock?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not, I didn't need an op-ed, I just wanted, regardless, but the Outer Worlds came out to rave reviews, and they threw shade at, the ones who, at Bethesda, with the ones who made the fun Fallouts.
The good Fallout.
The good Fallouts, yeah, because they had remnants of the OG team, but they're also the ones that did New Vegas.
I think they basically name dropped the good, Fallout.
The good
games that they
Fallouts,
worked on, didn't name the other one.
Didn't name 3 or 4 or 76.
Which is weird, because didn't you all like 4?
I liked 4 a lot. I know some people, the general consensus I saw was they liked 4, but not as much as 3 in New Vegas. Mm-hmm. That was the general consensus. I liked 4. I fucking hate Fallout 3. I think Fallout 3 is an over-glorified piece of garbage. But New Vegas is great. I think it's the story writing. New Vegas, it's still the wasteland, but it felt like there was a lot more to do in New Vegas. Which is why I liked it a lot more. Which is why people were saying when I was in college, they're like, well, if you hated Fallout 3, you should play New Vegas, because New Vegas is definitely going to be the one that you would like. And I played it, and I fucking loved what I played of New Vegas. Still never beat it. I don't think I've ever beaten a Bethesda proper game. I've played through both Wolfensteins, and I beat the first Doom. But it's I've got games made by Bethesda, not published by Bethesda.
Was Evil Within Bethesda?
That was published by Bethesda. That was
okay. That was Tango Softworks.
Tango Softworks developed the game. It was published by Bethesda. So
okay.
In fact, Tango Softworks.
I at least remember Tango.
Yeah. Because New Vegas is a game made by good devs, is what Robit said.
I wouldn't know.
The shade's been thrown, dudes. Anyway.
Never played Fallout.
But my question I've got, Mira, the question I got for you is how do you? I can ask what game would you do this for? Would you do this if you were in their position? My question is, will Bethesda ever listen to their fans?
Probably not.
Which is sad, because
Evil Within was a good game, but that's published by Bethesda. So I guess
their published works are fantastic.
Which is weird, because then I guess technically I've never played a game that Bethesda actually made.
You've watched me play Skyrim.
I've watched you play it. I've never played it myself.
You've never played it. You watched when I
played Evil Within, but it's published.
Yeah.
So.
But
I would assume probably not.
I just found it really interesting. I really did. That
certain game companies are just known for not listening. EA.
And I feel EA, Activision. We'll get to Blizzard in a moment because we got a bunch of BlizzCon stuff, but that's fine. Yeah, I saw that and I was just I want them to, because they've proven to have some self-awareness in the past and some openness in the past. I just want them to. I really do. But at this point, I think at least for 76, I think it's just too far gone. They need to just
abandon it.
They need to take the L and they need to start working on something new. Something that won't piss off something better. Take the 15 years to make Skyrim 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls 6, yeah. Well, Elder Scrolls 6 was announced a couple years ago. So
yeah, but Final Fantasy 15 was also announced, and then
how
long it took before it finally came out.
That took 10 fucking...
You can announce it all you want.
That took 10 fucking years.
You can announce it all you want.
And
it's going to be a matter of when you turn it around.
And 8 fucking directors.
Kingdom Hearts 3 announced.
Oh, with Kingdom Hearts.
Over 10 years. And then it finally happened.
Yeah.
So, you can announce a game all you
want.
It's just when it comes out.
Yeah.
That'll be when the joke stops.
Let's just keep on the controversy train. So Pokemon Sword and Shield. So, I'm going to kind of give the long story short version of this, and then we'll move on.
TLDR, Pokemon fans are butthurt.
So it's the national Dex that people are complaining about. So...
Because what was it? You can't integrate it into the new game? Is that what it was?
Yes, if I remember correctly.
You can't bring the old versions into the
new game. You can't bring old stuff into the new game. Because they're doing it differently.
I want to say, wasn't it always like that? Because I don't remember ever playing a game that you could.
I never fucked with the national Dex, so I don't know per se.
Like, I had a game cable back in the day, but I didn't have anybody to play Pokemon with to use it.
Robot called it Dexit.
But yeah, like, to my knowledge, like, I've never been able to do that.
Robot said no, it wasn't like that. This is the first game that it's...
It wasn't like that?
This is the first game that you're not going to be able to move things.
Oh.
Because I wanted to... I
guess I just didn't fuck with it.
The thing is that I never fucked with the National Dex. That's the one thing. The game itself isn't having all 800 plus Pokemon available in the game like in prior games. Romano kind of explained. But the...
My thing is just like, they're assuming that these people already have all the other games.
Yeah.
Why would the Dex be so important?
And you can't transfer...
The
other thing is you can't transfer your old Pokemon from PCs.
Okay.
I never did.
I just played new games.
I never did.
It never hurt me.
People... the thing that's...
Especially because like each game had new starters anyway. So
yeah.
I would always just play for the new Dex anyway.
We need more storytelling games. Oh, Brohan just threw in some stuff. Thank you very much, Brohan. But they have the XP share always on. Okay, Robot's breaking out all the stuff people are complaining about. You can't move things from prior games. The XP share is always on.
I thought it was already.
No, in more recent games you got the XP share earlier on, but you still had to get it. XP share is now just an automatic thing that happens in the game now.
The last game I played...
It sounds like they're making the game easily accessible for a younger generation.
The last game I played was Pokemon Black.
No,
not Black. It was, Y.
Yeah, X and Y was the last ones that I played.
I wanted to play Moon.
I did play... did have Moon or
I never
Sun.
played Moon.
I had one of those two.
I played the demo for Sun, I think.
Never got too far, but I did get either Sun or Moon. I do not remember.
Moon.
I'll have to look through my.
If you find Moon,
I'll have to look through my games. Yeah, but regardless, so there are these complaints people are having about the new Pokemon, and it's gotten to the point where, Game Freak
delayed the launch.
Well, no, they didn't delay the launch. I
thought that's what I read.
No, they canceled the launch party event. They canceled the launch party event. They held a poll in Japan of 100 Pokemon the fans wanted back in Sword and Shield, then they promptly ignored the poll. And the thing is that, okay, that's fine, so they did a shitty thing with the poll. But the thing is that...
It's not like there was some fine print that said, oh, hey, by the way, the winner will come back. They're just gauging
They're probably gauging interest. The thing is that, like, with the poll thing, okay.
It's like with 15.
I can understand... Here's the thing. I can understand some backlash about a poll, but, like, this whole thing with the Dex, the national... Or the national Dex and the XP share, that's just people being butthurt. Yeah, that's people being butthurt. But my bigger thing is just... It got to a point where they canceled the Japanese launch event. They said for operative reasons, but the content or the subtext was
the harassment.
And it's gotten really bad apparently. There's a thing, the problem with Sword and Shield is the fact that the tagline for the whole thing was gotta catch them all, but when you make a game that doesn't give you the option to catch all the Pokemon, that's what Romano said. Also, the game stretcher said no one wants a hard games now because it's all about mobile games. You, unfortunately, going with the trend.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, Pokemon Go is widely popular.
They're still adding Pokemon.
They're still adding... Yeah, they definitely
They're adding new regions each time.
The thing is that...
Because people still actually play it. And it's easier, like, to take your phone on
I'm going to straight up say it right now. I think the people that are complaining are a bunch of whiny fucking crybabies. And there are no reasons for them to send death threats to Game Freak to harass employees the way that they've been doing. It's gotten so bad that there's been a counter thank you Game Freak hashtag that's been going around. But it's like, the thing is that if you want to be disappointed in the game, you can be disappointed in the game. But it does not ever constitute harassment.
You're allowed to voice your complaints and everything, but don't go attacking the people that made the game.
Yeah, it's like that's fucking horseshit.
You give them constructive criticism for how to make it better. You don't send them death threats.
Spoiler alert, I'm still really excited for Sword and Shield.
I still want to buy Shield.
I still want to Yeah.
I want to get Shield because of Alistair.
There you go. Yeah, but it's like, I still want to get it, and I want to play it on May's Switch, because she's the one that owns the Switch. But it's
we
like...
eventually want to get it.
We eventually are going to get a Switch on our own, yeah. But it's like, I don't...
Eventually.
I just...
Maybe Christmas.
The fan outrage is just...
It's stupid.
It's so stupid that it's gotten to that point. But, like, it's just the most recent example. You know, it's like... Game Freak claimed that the graphics can't handle 800 plus Pokemon. There's probably a programming thing for that.
It could, yeah.
The thing is that Nintendo,
they may
while
be
Nintendo's
Nintendo,
software has gotten like better, they still are on the lower end, and there probably is some logistical things that can't handle that much, especially with the randomizer you need to throw in with all these various different types of Pokemon. Yeah, I totally can understand that argument.
And on top of that, I mean, yeah, this is Nintendo. But they're not going to be, like, some god-tier, like, programming company that can figure out how to fit 800 Pokemon plus any one random encounter that you may find when you're traveling.
They're basically nerfing it for the sake of they don't want to make it too ambitious. Because what happens when games are too ambitious? They're buggy as hell, they're buggy as fuck, and they're not fun to play, and they get lambasted in the reviews and by fans. So it's like, you either take the L now, but have it a full-functioning, good game, or you take the L later for trying to do too much, and it's a buggy fucking mess.
Also, we've already got Pokemon games that let you collect all the other games. See Pokemon Go. Or...
Yeah.
I think even Pokemon... Doesn't Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu let you do that too?
Maybe?
I only got to play the demo for Eevee.
I don't know. But, like, you know, I hate to call out, but we have a certain friend of ours that, and you know who he is, that, I'll tell you after the podcast, but this person, he's a big Nintendo fan, and every time Game Freak had a big announcement, he goes on his big fucking tirades about, you know, man, you know, Game Freak's really fucked up, fuck Pokemon Sword and Shield, all y'all motherfuckers, but it's not motherfuckers that he's saying because he's of a certain...
audience.
No, he's of a certain race, so he's allowed to say a word that white people cannot say.
I think I know who it is then.
Yeah, it's
I'm still excited for Shield.
He goes on his tirades, and it gets annoying. I've had to unfollow him again on Facebook because, you know, he sits there and is like, he says the shit that he says, and it's like, and his friends are some of the most toxic cuntbags I've ever seen. You know, it makes me ashamed that I even know this person, if that's the kind of people he associates with. But it's like, all the comment threads every time he makes a post about Game Freak fucking up again or Sword and Shield is, I'm seeing a smaller version of what's going on at large on Twitter right now. And seeing it's just like, wow, you know, we're going to talk about Blizzard in a moment, that's giving a company shit for a very good reason. This is giving a company shit for not a good reason at all. Robit has some clarification. Let's Go Pikachu Eevee didn't even have full 150 from Gen 1. Romano says the problem is not everybody wants to play with the Go setup. I'm okay with playing Go, but my husband isn't crazy about Go. He's irritated about Sword and Shield for the same reasons. The thing is just...
My thing is, it's just like, if you played Pokemon for the reason of collecting them all, okay, fine. That's you. Yeah. But, like, whenever I played each game, I didn't play to move all of my Pokemon over.
Yeah, it's a distinct...
Like, I was perfectly fine having a different save file in each game.
You know...
Because the games are specific to certain regions. It's not like I need my Pokemon from Kanto to carry over and...
Here's the thing I gotta think about as well.
Example.
Isn't this the first mainstay Pokemon game that is not on a handheld?
Does the Switch count as a handheld?
Switch is technically... I mean, it's a handheld console, technically, but it's a console, basically.
I was gonna say, because that had Eevee and Pikachu.
Yeah, well, I'm talking like mainstay, like the big games, because Let's Go was a spin-off of Pokemon Go.
I think Moon and Sun were the last ones.
Those were on 3DS,
Those
yeah.
were on 3DS, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like...
I'm just fucking excited for Shield. I wanna
It's just,
I mean... Get Alistair.
what I want to say is this. If you're not happy with how the game is looking like it's going to be, you have every right to sit there and say, hey, I'm not okay with this. I think it's crazy that this is happening. But to sit there and harass...
You also
the
have
people
every
making
right
the
to
game,
not buy the game.
And yeah.
Because if you want to make the biggest impact on a company, just don't buy their
I'm
games.
willing to bet that over half of these people are still going to buy it. Like, I'm willing to bet the person that I mentioned earlier already still has a pre-order.
Probably.
Even though they're shit-talking the game fucking hardcore.
I know my friend Kay is super excited. He's talking about, like, how, I guess he's...
Yeah.
I think he finished
Yeah.
paying off his pre-order for Sword.
Yeah, to answer your question, Switch is technically both console or handheld.
It is both, okay.
It's just a matter of how you play it. If we were to ever get a Switch, I'd probably just play it as a console.
Mm-hmm.
But because I was originally going to get a Switch Lite, but I just want the full customization ability that the regular Switch has.
I might just do Lite anyway, just because of the colors.
Very true.
Because that teal one is really pretty.
It is very true. Or very true. It is very pretty.
And also, I think May said that they were going to patch a thing in where the battery.
Yeah, which I think that was
basically about the same.
Yeah. If I ever decide to get it, it'll be used when it's like $30, is what Robit says.
That's fine.
But it's like, my thing is just...
This is not us saying go out and pre-order the game right now.
No,
It's
I'm
just
not...
You
yeah.
do you.
I mean, I didn't talk about it with the Death Stranding talk, but people are review bombing Death Stranding.
I've had a few people on like DeviantArt and shit that they're like, yeah, I didn't know what to expect when starting to play Death Stranding, but I like it.
Yeah, also Sword and Shield is the first full $60 Pokemon game because it's coming out on Switch, I would assume. Sword and Shield, Romano said Business Insider says Sword and Shield will be the first of the Pokemon games to not include every species of Pokemon. So, okay, yeah, it's like...
chances are, whenever you played as a kid, you didn't collect every species of Pokemon.
I never did as a kid. But
when I played when I was younger, I wanted the Pokemon, like specific ones.
Because
that was the ones I saw in the anime.
Very true, yeah.
Or like in the movies. So like Mew. When I found Mew in the games, I got excited because I was just like, that's my favorite Pokemon. Of course I'm going to try and get Mew.
That's the main reason Reese is upset about it, is they're not going to have every Pokemon, is what Romano said.
That makes sense.
Well, the thing is, just like, Reese isn't going out harassing Game Freak employees on Twitter, so it's like... No. Like I said, Reese being upset that they're not going to have that, like I said, you have every right to have an opinion. You have every right to be upset that you're not going to be able to transfer. I can totally understand that, but I think the reaction's gone too far.
Yeah, anytime...
You know what? And you know what? I know I was...
Anytime death threats are being sent to creators or companies, that's when it goes too far.
And the thing for me is that, like, I know I was harsh just a little bit ago. I know it's harsh saying, like, people complaining like this are a bunch of whiny crybabies. Let me give the actual quantifier for a moment, because that was a hyperbolic statement. The people that are going to the lengths to harass Game Freak employees, those are a bunch of bitchy, whiny crybabies. The people who have complaints about it and are just voicing their complaints, that's fine. And I do need to walk that back, and I do apologize for lumping everyone into that group of people. But the people that are taking it to that...
Also, fun fact, the people that are sending death threats, you're actually committing a crime right now.
Very much so. Very much so.
So, if they decided to take you to court, have fun.
Yeah, Robit said he collected almost up to Gen 4, because eventually there was a way to get an event Pokemon, and then she was saying that, a lot of people want to collect them all like him, so he told me don't buy it for me for Christmas, is what Romano was saying. Yeah, it's like, and I do apologize for the hyperbolic.
Reese is kind of one that, like, sometimes when he'll play games, he wants to do the kind of completionist.
Yeah.
Especially for Pokemon.
Yeah. For me, it's...
At least that's from what I've observed.
I do apologize for that hyperbolic statement. That's not the best way I could have illustrated it. But still, it's like, if you're complaining, that's fine, but kind of like...
Dial it down.
Voice your opinion, but don't be a fucking dick about it. Like, don't be a dick about it. You can not like it. You can sit there...
It's okay to not like things.
But don't be a dick about...
Don't be about the dick.
Don't be about the dick. Don't be about the dick. Ladies and gentlemen, Miranda Dunneke, 2019.
I'm in so much pain right now.
You are for Griffin, Gerg, thank you.
For Griffin.
No, I said it wrong. So BlizzCon was a thing that happened. They gave an apology. We have our opinions on that apology. And But more importantly, I think the more egregious thing is their blatant ripoff of Shadowbringers Final Fantasy XIV with their reveal of Shadowlands. Was it World of Warcraft? Is it called Shadowlands?
I think so. Yeah.
I think it's called Shadowlands. Let me bring it up real quick. Wow.
What it's not called is Shadowbringers.
It should have been called Shadowlands. Yeah, it's called World of Warcraft. It's not Borderlands. It's not Shadowbringers. It is
Shadowlands.
Shadow fucking Lands. Yeah, basically. That was a fucking meme.
I wonder if they're just gonna rip off the two games and combine them.
I hope not. I really hope they don't. But
it would be funny.
Yeah, you're telling me. But yeah, I found that really funny. I'm gonna skip some of these. Like, I know I said we were gonna talk about the supernatural star that was arrested for assault at a bar. We'll talk about that next week. I want to get more people's opinions on that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, dude at Popeye, dude was killed at a Popeyes for a chicken sandwich. That, I mean, what else do you say about that?
Humans disgust me sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit.
We should not be fighting and killing people over a goddamn chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
that apparently is just a regular chicken sandwich.
I mean, I get that it's a pretty decent chicken sandwich, but I don't get why you want to kill somebody for it.
Like, I love chicken sandwiches, and I'm not about to shank somebody for some fucking Burger King chicken sandwich or something, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently the sandwich is so good to people, is what Romano said. Apparently. I want to try it. I want to try it. I wish I could try it. But
if it could stop being sold out, we could try it.
If it could stop being sold out and we had a Popeyes that was closer to the apartment, that'd be fucking great.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Postmates.
Yeah, Postmates some Popeyes chicken sandwiches. Yeah.
We'll do that another
Romano
night.
said she hasn't had it either. I don't have a Popeyes nearby. Nearby, but there's like a little more,
further down.
A little more into town, basically.
Is it more downtown?
Closer to downtown-ish.
Okay.
Kind of.
It's like on the outskirts.
Kind of, yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. But let's see. I'm not gonna talk about the Homestuck 2 thing because I don't want to get heated again. Because when we talked about that personally, I got very angry.
I'm just excited that Homestuck fans get more stuff for them.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, it's you with Fallout. You were, at the time, you were like, I'm glad Fallout fans are getting a new game. Yeah.
Well, they also didn't get the game that they were wanting.
But they still got a game.
They got a game, yeah.
Some people, that's enough.
For some people, yeah. May will have to tell us about how she's already getting the new outfit for Persona 5. Let's see. What do we got?
She can talk about the honey and butter event she went to.
She can talk about that. We got the 14 event we're going to talk about. Oh, hey, we can talk about My Chemical Romance got back together. They announced that on Halloween. And they announced,
the show got sold out in like, what, 20
in like
minutes?
10 minutes.
10
like,
minutes.
The show is literally sold out, and if you want to spend like $3,000 to $4,000,
$3,000 to $5,000.
$5,000? Oh, shit, yeah.
The highest I've seen was like, I think, 5,300 something and some change.
Yeah.
That's the highest I've seen so far.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking ridiculous. But
please.
Well, they already are going to be playing.
I mean, here.
Yeah, I'm about to say they're already planning 2020 shows, so like that's
overseas.
Well, that just means that a tour should be imminent at some point.
This means that when tour dates start getting announced,
we gotta fucking go.
We have to hover over that
website. We have to fucking go. We really have to.
If they announce anything for like ticket dates, we have to call that day off.
Yeah.
Or one of us
we have
has
to call off sick and get the tickets.
Yeah, one of us has to.
One of us will have to at this point. It'll be pretty wild.
I will volunteer as tribute.
You will volunteer as tribute.
I've worked there for over 90 days. I feel like I earned it.
I totally
at least one day.
Yeah. I totally get it. Let's see. My Chemical Romance is getting back together. Rage Against the Machine's getting back together, and the rock and metal community, we're excited about that as well. Let's see what else. Oh, here's a wild story. Okay, so we're going to start getting into some of the... This one isn't technically a meme because this is about a guy in a metal band that got arrested, but it's pretty wild. This guy, he's a drummer for this band called Walls of Jericho, got arrested for having over 600 pounds of weed for intentions of distributing. Her intention to distributing and got hardcore arrested.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. My question to you, Mira, is this. If you were to get arrested for smuggling anything across the border, what would you actually get arrested for smuggling?
Yowie.
You're smuggling into the Bible Belt? Oh, that would be good. That would be really fucking good.
You don't even want to know how much yaoi manga I have.
I don't doubt that you have.
Romano's, like, once I get a bookshelf of my own, those are going to slowly make their way over.
Let's see. What would I be?
Also, toasted ravioli.
Toasted ravioli. Yeah, that's pretty good.
The world needs to know.
The world does. Yeah, you're right. The world does need to know about toasted ravioli.
You've had some. You know.
Yeah, the world does need to know.
You've been enlightened.
Romano says after she reads them, you'll be able to smuggle them over. So, there's that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. God, what would I be? What would I smuggle? It's a good ass fucking question.
Insulin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I would smuggle a fuckload of
Just
insulin.
because of all the shit you've been having to deal with your health insurance.
Robot is back, and he's asking, is it really toast with Is it that toast with ravioli on it?
It's ravioli, but like deep fried, basically.
Think like a mozzarella stick, but instead of cheese, it's a thing of ravioli.
Well,
That's basically what it is.
You can get some that are filled with cheese, but like the primary one is just like it's full of like meat. Think of like actual like Chef Boyardee ravioli, only it's not like saucy. It's more like breaded ravioli.
Breaded
pieces.
and deep fried, yeah.
And
basically.
you put it in a fryer and you like fry it until they're like golden brown.
Yeah, that's why I use the analogy. That's why I use the analogy of if a mozzarella stick was a thing of ravioli instead, because mozzarella stick's deep fried mozzarella.
Yeah, put like a plain ravioli piece.
Yeah,
Brown
yeah.
it, or like fry it like a mozzarella stick.
Yeah.
Toasted ravioli.
There you go.
It's so goddamn
The question
good.
that I do have for Robit, because we just went through the
article.
The article. So trash is what Robit said. When I'm not joking. Is that number one, how excited is he for Rage Against the Machine to get back together? And number two, if you could get arrested for smuggling anything, because the story is the drummer for the band Walls of Jericho got arrested for smuggling over 600 pounds of weed for intention to distribute. So what would you be arrested for? It's the best thing ever, is what Romano's saying, and that just means more for her.
Send me some.
It was fucking great. Robot's all excited for Rage. So
Romano, send me some.
Yeah, right.
I'm dying.
Yeah. Yarn. Romano says yarn. I would smuggle insulin, especially with the hassle I've had trying to get my insulin with my medical insurance. May definitely Emmerich body pillows.
No. The All Might body pillow.
Oh yeah, the one
that she saw someone carrying from HentaiCon.
Yeah, that exact one. And then Robot says he's going to smuggle donuts. That's a good thing to smuggle.
I was going to make a joke of the actual bags that were promised her for Fallout 76.
He's going to get the canvas bags and smuggle them to everyone without doxing them. Robot said, just get a working pancreas, Craig. I'm trying. I am trying. Yeah, so that was a thing.
We all got to go to the doctor at some point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So now that Mira is fully dying because of her back, let's get into some oh boy,
Who's got Facebook open?
I have to have Facebook open mainly because I have to I have all the memes. I got the memes. It's meme time. I'll trade you mine. Okay, Robot, there we go. I'm excited. So we got some memes. It's meme time. Where do we even begin with meme time?
We might have to speed through it.
Well,
I don't think we're gonna make it.
There's only a few. There's only a few memes I'm gonna go through. So.
Okay, because I don't think I'm gonna make it.
I think we found you.
Oh.
So we're gonna start with this. How is this cat staying like this? Just how is this cat?
It's cat physics.
That cat is just. Look at this fucking cat.
It's cat physics.
That cat is just. How?
Haven't you ever seen videos of like cats falling asleep on fence posts?
Yes, I have seen that, and that is.
It's basically the same principle.
Just poking the cat. There's the cat. Oh yeah.
You know what this means though? That cat has some good upper body strength.
That is very true. That is very, very true.
Because like the heavier part of its body would be like draped over the side of that tower.
Yeah, I totally get you. Let's see what else.
This is the podcast of pain.
It is the podcast of pain. Let's see. I got another cat-related one, which is the one that you shared with me.
Oh, good.
Let's go to Giphy right
Speaking
here.
of cat physics.
Speaking of cat physics, this cat does not know how to be a cat.
No, he knows how to be a cat perfectly.
So here's the cat, sees a box. That cat. There it is again.
If I
That
fits,
poor-
I fits.
That poor cat.
Hey, he jumped in there.
He
So
jumped and
good.
tried to get through.
He
But
jumped
did he
there.
truly fit in there, though? That's the question.
As long as you can get part of your body in there, you fit.
Yeah, I totally get you.
As long as you're not stuck, you fit.
Yeah.
You can just easily tilt the box over.
Let's see. This screaming. So
Still laughing at the cat.
Speaking of cat memes, this is literally the meme time. This time is literally going to be the angry woman yelling at a cat.
I mean, cats are very
Memes.
therapeutic.
Yeah, it's well. I mean,
I miss having a cat.
I know, same here. Let me open this image in a new tab. So this meme is pretty fucking great. I'm loving this meme every time. So let's just start with that one.
What does that say?
It's 59 out of 59. But it looks like it's salsa.
I was gonna say the last 9 from where I'm looking
Yeah.
looks like an A.
It looks like salsa. Let's be real for a moment.
Also,
Yeah.
right up above the word citizenship.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, this one's a pretty good one. I'm just in love with all of these. Let's see. If you're not dying, I'm speeding. I'm skipping some of these just to go through there. So I've got 2 tickets to paradise or 2 chickens to paralyze. Fair enough. Very, very fair enough. Another one of my favorites, the music one, is legendary. That sound like I heard that. I was like, oh no.
Oh god.
Hold me closer, Tiny Dancer. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. That Smudge the cat is always right. Smudge Lord is fucking awesome. Yeah. I looked online, Mira. I
Follow him
can't
on
ship.
Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, you're following. He has an Instagram.
He does.
Why am I
Smudge
not
Lord.
surprised he's got an Instagram?
Smudge Lord. They've also got merch for him.
That's pretty fucking great.
It's really cute.
This is a.
He's super photogenic too.
This is a really funny gif.
And apparently, he's like that all the time.
So this is a cat that just it'll start over again, but this cat really wants this glass of water.
Aww.
That's all this cat wants is just the glass of water.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, nope, that water is mine, bitch.
It reminds me of Christine cosplay because they posted an image. I guess they got a cup of water and Momo Cat jumped up, started drinking out of the cup.
That's funny.
They're like, gets a glass of water, Momo. Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Laps it up.
It's pretty great.
It's like, cat, please, you have
Here's
your own bowl.
another Smudge Lord meme for you. Fire medic unit, fire me DLC unit.
Dick unit.
Dick unit. I said DLC. I'm fucking stupid.
Well, it looks like an L.
I'm stupid. Fuck, fire me dick unit.
Fire me dick unit.
Yeah, fire me. I wish May was here because this is because she shared this one. Die monster, you don't belong in this world. What is a man?
Called me.
What?
He called me.
Well, just how I said, I wish
Talking
you
about the meme you shared.
with what is a man?
Enough talk. I bet you.
That's fucking wonderful. That's pretty great. Oh, another great meme, which is pretty great. That's another great meme. That's pretty great. Is so only sport ball I actually pay attention to is hockey, and then some baseball. You pay more attention to baseball than I do. But during a recent Cowboys game, there is a black cat that ran through. There was a black cat that ran through. So it's like he attack, but most important, he quarterback. He is a legend, and I love this cat I love this cat so much. It literally was just a cat that just ran across.
He just zoomed across.
He literally did. It's like this fucking black cat. It's like, all of these. Yeah, this is a.
Bless sports photographers.
Yeah, that's one of the one I'm bringing up right now. Is the open image in new tab. Yeah, if I open image in new tab, There's this fucking
Think after
cat.
sports photographers.
Oh, wait, hold on. Nope, that's not going to show up. There we go. Thank God. Thank God for sports photographers. DLC unit.
DLC.
I beat Outer Worlds is what Robot said. He beat the Outer Worlds. There you go.
Nice.
And then the leaked new cover for Madden 21 is probably one of the best I've ever seen.
Is it just the cat?
It's pretty much the cat. If it'll fucking load for me.
Oh, please.
It's, coming out next year. Madden 21.
Feline edition.
The feline edition. Yep, absolutely.
Cute.
Speaking of football, there was a Hard Times article that was said kids or families can now swim with the Miami Dolphins, which was a pretty funny thing. You sent me a Hard Times article last night that was called Millennial D&D Players Unfamiliar with the Concept of a Long Rest. That was pretty fucking gold. Let's see. Oh, I gotta find the video, but something in Robot's wheelhouse is going to be pretty cool. Oh, before that though. Playing games. This.
What is that?
Here, it's
No,
going to restart.
What is that? Another fake friend? What the fuck, John? I am a real owl. Look at me, Jonathan. Look into my eyes.
And my joke to you. Oh man, yeah, this is gonna be in Robot's wheelhouse, the one I'm bringing up. But there is an interesting. I love it. Look into my eyes. Am I a joke to you? Oh,
He just looks so displeased.
he really does. Oh, another Hard Times article was mathcore band sets time signatures back for daylight savings time.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fucking great. Let's see. I'm trying to find this. It's a video. It's a Facebook video. I may have to mute it just for the sake of here, while I'm looking for that one, you can enjoy this. Another Captain America. It's an old Cap America meme.
You gotta close out some tabs.
Yeah, I gotta close out some tabs. I'll close out some of these tabs. So you rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1.
You screwed up.
Screw it.
So,
Fuck.
I think everyone is related to that at some point in their lives. There we go. All right.
I feel attacked.
I found this. This was, I don't remember who shared this.
You rolled a 1.
I really do not remember who shared this.
What is it?
It is called a heavy metal knitting.
That is not me then.
So, this band plays heavy metal music, and they knit. That's all they do.
I'm with the crowd right now.
Yeah, because this is a.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, there's guys sumo wrestling.
No. This is too weird.
What kind of nonsense? Robo says it's me.
Do you knit?
No, it's probably for the natural one thing because it's probably on a delay.
Oh yeah.
By the way, the knitted bowl. There you go. What nonsense?
No.
This is some of the best stuff. Woo! Yeah.
This is too weird.
I
for
love
me.
it so fucking much. I meant the sumo wrestling is what Robot said.
Oh.
And then we decided.
I don't.
Oh no!
Stop it! I don't.
Mute the TV.
I'm muting the TV. Blah 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 blah. Where's the mute
The
button?
volume button.
There we go. I got the
Facebook
button.
needs to.
I don't know. And of all things, the fucking Dr. Disrespect video. Who cares about Dr. Disrespect?
Oh god.
I don't know.
But
I
anyway.
hate that. But anyway, Greg, we got to go to their show, is what Robot said. That was fucking awesome. I don't know how that came.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
I don't know how
Straight
that.
up.
I don't know how that I came across that. But that was pretty
Definitely wasn't me.
fucking legendary. That was awesome. That was really great. Let's see. We're almost done.
I'm not gonna make it, bro.
It's all good.
Is it just memes we have left?
It's just there's only a couple other memes that I wanted to.
I may just have to dip right now.
Okay.
hurts so
I
bad.
think. Yeah. Go ahead and stretch out. We're just about
Sorry.
done. I swear there was one more thing I was going to ask you about, but I think that's about it.
Mira's dead.
Mira is out. All right, so I'll just
Back hurts.
her back hurts. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just move it over here. We'll go ahead and wrap up the podcast. The stream's been going for a while, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us. We have another podcast. The stuff we didn't get to this podcast, we'll get to next podcast. Robot says he's Mira now. But
Mira is old.
is old and her back hurts.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
When you're 30s, your back hurts.
So
Keep that in mind.
so we have Extra Life coming up this next weekend. It is going to be on Saturday and Sunday. Oh, Romano's fighting with Robot. No, she's Mira. No, so we have Extra Life coming up, and we're gonna be starting at 11 a.m. on Saturday. That is going to be Saturday the 16th. And we're also going to be, so the way we're doing it, we're going to do what we did a couple years ago. We're going to be going as long as we can, going as long as we can on Saturday, and then Sunday we're going to be doing the rest of it. Things you can look forward to. Made's going to be playing Code Vein. I'm going to be catching up on the push-ups that I didn't do a few years ago, and from the Bloodborne Challenge, and also doing push-ups for Code Vein, so I'm going to be fucking shredded. We're gonna be opening with another episode of the HR Office Podcast live here on twitch.tv/GregXansiGamer Twitch. Sunday is the long-awaited episode 10 of the Homebrewers. I am very nervous for that, but excited nonetheless. And let's see, what else do we got going on? Just games and donations. If we hit certain amounts, we're going to have like little goals and stuff. On Friday, I'm going to put out a video for what you can expect. It's going to be us three, and it's going, well, obviously we're going to have all six of us here for the whole weekend, but it's going to be pretty fucking hype and awesome. So, thank you guys so fucking much for watching and listening and hanging out with us today. I know this one was a little bit on the longer end, and we didn't really get to everything. Robot says Rob is going to be there. He's going to knock on the door at 11 a.m. and be like, knock, knock, hey, sup, it's me. And we're going to be like, oh, shit.
Hey, Robot, you need to show up because we'll have food.
We will have food, yeah. I'm going to...
Shit ton of food.
Between cooking food and I'm going to go to that local pizza place and get some food.
We should get some donuts from Mimi's.
Oh, yeah. We should open up with some donuts, get some donuts. Oh, we should do... Yeah, we're talking about food for Extra Life next weekend. Yeah, we're going to do food, and then I'm going to... I'm going to check on the crock pot once I'm done here. But yeah, we're going to have what kind of food? All kinds of food. For D&D on Sunday, I'm going to do, like, meats. A bunch of meats. Maybe a brunch. Maybe, like, a hearty brunch. And then we'll jump into Homebrewers 10.
We could do a stew or something.
We could! Yeah, we could do a stew and do, like, the sausages. Yeah.
Well, then again, stew might get a little messy around the kitchen.
Robot says on my way. So, hell yeah. But,
Yay.
we're gonna get we'll get donuts from Mimi's. We'll clown on a donut and stuff for the podcast. And podcast is just gonna be the topics that we didn't get to cover this time. Maybe we'll actually. Well, you know what? No. I know we're gonna be talking about BlizzCon next weekend because I know Suya is gonna talk about how not hyped he was for anything. Well, because he said that, because Suya is usually one that'll, I don't want to say buy into hype, but he'll get hyped for a bunch of things when he sees announcements. But he said this year he didn't feel the hype for BlizzCon. He didn't feel a lot of that hype at all. But, pretty crazy. But anyway, so thank you guys so much for joining us. We will catch you guys on twitch.tv/GregXansiGamer Twitch on Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to have the Twitch channel all revamped and redone for Extra Life. It's going to be a lot of fun. People watching this on YouTube, we will have this video up on Friday, giving the full details about Extra Life and all that stuff. Remember, there'll be no video on Saturday because of Extra Life. You can blame Extra Life for that. So, look forward to all that fun stuff. We will talk to you guys later. We love you all, and we'll see you guys later.